So what were the three rhythms again? He made space for the gospel, he preached the gospel, he demonstrated the gospel, and we can do that too. The call of Jesus for those who have surrendered their lives to him is to do as he does. To love others is to prove, that is to prove that you love them by your actions, right? And that's what God does, and that's the call for us, is to love on others. There is no way that we can live this kind of radical calling of Jesus Christ without Jesus in us. We are broken. There's just no doubt about it. But he comes to us first, because that's how it works. Jesus enters into our lives and transforms us. We are the ones that are broken, but he comes to us and invites us to see the world his way. It is only his way, his truth, and his life that can free us from the pattern of sin that has prevented us from living the way that he's called us to live. And you know what's fun is when we recognize that it's Jesus that came to us, we also probably all recognize that it's Jesus that came to us by way of this person or that witness, because they were living into this call of stepping into the role of Christ. We said a few weeks ago that the term Christian, which is not used hardly at all in the Bible, meant little Christs. Well, this is where the term is not a bad term. We get to be little Christs to people so that we can introduce them to the real Christ. And that's amazing. The sacrifice of Jesus on the cross assures us of our freedom, and a freedom that we could never have deserved, a love that God had for us that we could not have expected and certainly couldn't do anything to make happen. But when we recognize that Jesus is more than just on the cross giving us a path to salvation, that he's a prototype for how we're supposed to live our lives, we get to go on and not just have a change in perspective, we get to have completely and utterly changed lives. This is the transformation that none of us seeks, but all of us desire. And our friend John Kluver said it last week when he said, once you've experienced the presence of God, really felt him there, you will crave it. The more we know God's love in our lives, the more we will want to shout it to the world so that everybody can know that Jesus is the God of love. It is his love that will get us through that wilting midday and on to the renewed purpose of being servants of Christ. All we need to do is surrender our lives to him, to walk every moment of every day aware of his presence, and to allow his character to shape our lives so that we can live lives the same way that Jesus lived his and continues to live it through us.